Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the mid-season surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. Take a look at the Magic. Right now, they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And, of course, the Hornets. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And seeing where the Magic are, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Bridges out there with Knipple. And for Orlando, running out on the wings, they'll have Bane and Wagner. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. And it's Black in at the point guard. Well, here we are, Clark, in the thick of the regular season. Must be hard for teams to maintain that focus game to game.
You know, I think it can be, but by and large, I think teams do focus on the here and now, one game at a time. I know that's cliche-ish, but it's the only way that you can really approach it. You've got to look at it one game at a time. Each game is an opportunity to build towards what you're trying to become as a team. Staying motivated, it's part of your job. That's how I look at it. You're assigned a task. This is what you do. Do it the best you can every time you step on the floor.
No good on that one. And you watch Paolo Banchero. GA, offensively, he is a load to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, he can cross you up, hit you with the spin move, score over either shoulder. This young man is a force.
And the second free throw, good. And this Magic team, Greg, hangs its hat on size, on switchability, and toughness.
Yeah, they contest everything and play with real discipline. For a young group, that is uncommon, and it's a big reason they've taken the lead.
Now, here's Ball. Clock at 6. Off with the layup. And the Magic with possession. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. Coach told me, quote, "Our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball." He continued, not only is Ball a 3-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there. Back over to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Miller outside. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
And he loves that area. Miller can cause a lot of headaches for a defense with his ability from the mid-range.
Now, here's Wagner. He's guarded closely. Carter kicks to Banchero. Carter with the screen. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Black showcasing his full arsenal, and he's a guard.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Good.
LaMelo Ball.
And Orlando has possession. Bane looking around. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. There's the lob to Carter. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Well, because Carter Jr. is so dynamic athletically, his teammates have a lot of confidence in him finishing the alley-oop.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Ball. His last outing, 16 points for him. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Bane. From outside the arc. Orlando gets it back. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Back to Wagner. Now Banchero. Here's Black. Lets it go from deep. Here's Carter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, both of Wendell Carter Jr.'s parents played basketball at a really high level. And you know what I like to say? You cannot run away from the DNA. And I think you see that DNA of his parents in his game.
And the first one drops. And the Hornets playoff drought continuing. Greg, their last postseason appearance, 2016.
Yeah, the rebuild grinds on, and last season, their worst record in over a decade. They're hoping these new additions can help.
And so he hits both. Clark, the Hornets with a bunch of promising young players, hoping they can jumpstart this rebuild.
And if guys like LaMelo and Brandon Miller can stay healthy, Kevin, that's going to be key. It would not surprise me at all to see them make a big jump forward.
And finish off by Wagner.
Really good quickness in transition that time from Wagner, using those long strides to cover ground quickly.
Hornets trail by 5. Outside, Ball. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Miller, no luck. Magic have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Wagner finds Banchero. Magic moving the ball around. Bane against Miller. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And don't sleep on Baines' ability to go right to the rack. That'll happen more often than not.
Here's Miller. 9-point game his last outing. Outside, Ball. Will it go? Black grabs the board.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup. And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Let's look now at the group of young players that have been locked in from the charity stripe. Your leading rookie free throw shooters of the past month. In the third spot, Contusion.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Really knows how to get to the stripe. He converts at a high level there, a high rate, excellent concentration. He's got a really smooth, repetitive stroke. He's got it rolling.
Miller outside. to end the cold streak. Charlotte no good that time either.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Miller outside. Ball surveying the defense. And Ball slams it in.
Boy, it's great seeing Ball finish with strength like that, showing off the athleticism with that rim-rocking throwdown.
And Wagner's got the ball here for the Magic. Pass to Carter. Out to the right wing. Bounce pass from Banchero. Wagner passes to Bane. Crafty move. And Miller with the block.
And good length and athleticism give Miller an advantage at the defensive end.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now, here is Miller. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Bane kicks to Carter. No good with the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Bridges finds Ball. Pass to Bridges. 5 on the clock for the three. And it's Ball that time on the assist from Bridges. Ball's got 7 points.
He will not think twice about letting it fly if Ball gets a look that he likes.
Here's Black. Payne for three. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get...
Are you kidding me?
Nasty.
And what an incredible talent Miller is. What a ferocious finish there.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Magic leading by 7. Clark, the future of the league is bright with the likes of Brandon Miller roaming the floor.
Yeah, I like him a lot. In 2024, he was 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting. Chet and Wemby were the 2 guys ahead of him, and we know how good both of those guys are. I think he's in a great position to continue to grow and potentially be an all-star.
Now, here's Ball. Paolo Banchero unable to get his last shot to go in. 6 to shoot. Here's Miller. And that one comes up a bit short. Orlando's gone a meager 106 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Carter kicks to Bane. Bridges with the steal. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up. Pass to Bridges. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now it's only a 5-point Orlando lead.
Well, he's very dependable from that area, so Bridges, to me, should look to keep attacking when he gets the ball in this space.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Orlando making some changes. Goga Bitadze comes in for Paolo Banchero. And it's Richardson in for Black. And then for Charlotte, Diabate's checked in. And it's Sexton in for Knipple. On defense, Charlotte trailing by 5 to the inside. And there's Wagner on the assist from Carter. Wagner's got 7.
Good work by Wagner there, taking advantage of a point-blank opportunity.
For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Kevin?
A great passer. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Here's Sexton. His last outing, he had 24 points. Pass to Miller. And it's Goga Bitadze with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Here's Sexton. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
That's 4 turnovers out of them already. Sloppy play in the early going.
It'll be a long day for them if they keep this up.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Paolo Banchero.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips, and all of a sudden, you're locked in.
And the first one at the line is good. And Clark, the Magic with 2 good wings in Banchero and Wagner.
Yeah, they certainly have 2 of the better young wings in the league. Both forwards are outstanding at both ends of the floor. You know, it'd be kind of like a college football team with 2 gigantic tight ends. I mean, they're a physical duo, and that makes them formidable in every way.
Under hits them both.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
And that is always a good recipe for offensive efficiency and a key to their lead tonight.
Here's Diabate. Still scoreless. Just 5 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get a shot. It's good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Richardson. 11-point game his last outing. Down low. Carter kicks to Bane. Back to Carter. Uncovered. And the shot goes in. Carter's got 10 points in the game.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Fires from 14. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Richardson. Back to Bitadze. Bane against Ball. Now here is Carter. Kicks it out to Richardson. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Sexton. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the first. The offensive rebound. Second chance shot. And that one is off.
Poor defense for sure, but the offense was worse.
Batase inside. Here's Carter. Got a hand on it. They get it back. Miller against Wagner. Pass to Richardson. That three off the mark. Hornets trail by 14. Inside. Back to Sexton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Defenders going at Colin Sexton should be mindful of his prowess in the paint, Greg. He's pretty tricky.
That's right, Kevin. We tend to think of guards like Sexton as perimeter pests, but Collins a real plus when he's in close. Let him slip by you, and it's a deuce.
And he knocks down the first one. Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach.
He's off on the second.
And how about the explosiveness of Sexton, a crafty floor general who is consistent in how hard he attacks the defense.
Now here's Richardson. 5 points in the game. Shoots over Knipple. Off the left rim and out.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Knipple. Really struggled in the loss against Cleveland. Pass to Sexton. James sets the screen for Sexton. Offline from the top of the key.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And so it's Orlando looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We've got more in store for you right after this. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Magic.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better.
Howard is out there with Richardson. Then it's Paolo Banchero. Then it's Batase. And it's De Silva in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Sexton. Orlando with the ball. They've led by as many as 14 points. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, they had no answer for them. They simply got outplayed and outworked.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Mo Wagner's checked in for Orlando. And that one falls for Howard. And one thing we love about the NBA, Clark, the different styles that teams play with. So how important is pace?
I think it's critically important, Kevin, because the game is meant to be played at a fast pace. 24-second shot clock, 8 seconds to get the ball across the half-court line. And some teams really step on the gas pedal and try to play extremely fast. Others want to massage the pace. So I like the fact that there are different approaches to pace for the teams in the NBA.
Here's Bitadze. Richardson gets a wide open look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
We're real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now, here's Sexton. He has 6. To the paint, here's Diabate.
What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his balance.
Orlando leading by 12. Richardson outside. Bitadze, a screen on Sexton. Richardson finds Bitadze, and Bitadze throws it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Sexton. After the Magic pick up 2. And it's off from three-point range.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And Bitadze throws it down.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Orlando making some changes. De Silva's checked in, and Black's subbed in for Howard. Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Sexton with it. Working on Black. The shot by Sexton, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
5 to shoot. Richardson, good. Richardson's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
There's the pick. Here's Sexton, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Orlando's front office, Clark, has made it clear. They're turning the page on the rebuild, entering the win now phase.
And the reason they're able to make that shift, Kevin, is because they drafted 2 franchise cornerstones. Banchero and Wagner developed quickly and have a lot of runway in front of them.
First one falls for it. Bane's checked in for Richardson. The Hornets also with a sub. Ball's checked in. Both good from the line that time. So, GA, Coach Charles Lee of the Hornets, spending a decade as an NBA assistant coach. He has really paid his dues.
Yeah, 4 years with the Hogs, 5 in Milwaukee, part of that title team. 1 in Boston as well, another title. So he's been a part of winning, now trying to translate that to Charlotte.
Here's Black. You saw him with 19 points his last outing. De Silva with the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And here are the Hornets now, following the bucket by Orlando. Ball, the pass to Bridges. Pass to Diabate. Rebound by the Magic. Banchero's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now, here's Bane.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And here is Ball. 7 points in the game. Outside, Sexton. Ball sets a screen for Sexton. Out to Bridges. There's the pick. Lets the 3 fly. And he's good on the 3 ball. Bridges has got 5.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Here's De Silva. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Banchero against Bridges. Banchero dishes to Black. Here's the 3. Does not score with that shot. It's his 2nd miss against 2 made shots. Bridges passes the ball. And Bane pulls it down.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for 1 more at the line. So Banchero will go to the free throw line. That's on Miles Bridges. We often see Paolo Banchero with the ball late in the shot clock clutch, and he usually delivers.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you shut off his dribble drive and then you seal off the retreat, and because he's so strong and good with the ball, he can bump you and get into the spot he wants to. He's got great power, and he's really a good finisher around the goal, too. When you're the #1 pick like Banchero, the expectations are through the roof. But Paolo is well-grounded, got his feet on the ground, head squarely focused. He's embracing the challenge and meeting it so far.
And here's the upcoming schedule for Charlotte. On Saturday, they'll go up against Trae Young and the Washington Wizards. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Tyrese Maxey and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
The first one falls. He's perfect from the line this time.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot. The Magic are building something. Paolo Banchero said, quote, "It's been a long time coming. The fans have been waiting for the Magic to be good and to be challengers, even contenders. There is a lot of excitement in the city right now. We're just building and feeding off of that. Guys?"
They've got their fans fired up. Okay, thank you, Allie. And he makes the first.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Wagner's checked in for Orlando. Colin Sexton, he's checked in for the Hornets. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And a rangy 6'7" wing GA with a smooth shooting touch. Brandon Miller fits a mold that a lot of teams are looking for.
And there's a reason he was the second overall pick in 23. He's got the potential to be an impact wing at both ends of the floor.
Orlando leading by 17. Black kicks to Wagner. Pass to Bane. Black in the post. Defended by Sexton. A nice shot by Black.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Miller. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
And more than just a jump shooter, Miller's very good around the rim. A rare quality for a wing these days.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Now Black, he's got 6, kicks it out to Wagner. Wagner outside. Ball against Bane, 6 on the shot clock. Wagner outside. And the 3 off target. Hornets trail by 17. Bridges left side. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
Wagner wide open. Hits it from three-point range. Wagner's got 10 points.
Wagner always a threat from downtown, and I love the efficiency and solid mechanics of his shooting stroke.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Charlotte Hornets. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Black. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
You've got to love the way he's scoring it tonight. Very efficient.
Hornets trail by 20. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
A moment to see the stats for Miles Bridges. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging 15 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Bane with the steal. And here comes the break. Here's Bitadze, and Bitadze throws it down.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Now, here's Ball. 7 points in the game. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
Magic.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. The Magic making a switch here. De Silva's checked in. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. The Hornets, number 1.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
Outside, Bane. Back to Black. Pass to De Silva. Here's Black.
And they are in the top third in the league in blocks. Rim protection, obviously important to them, and they have the horses to do it.
And they like those quick strikes. You mentioned their fast break points, top 10 in the league. If it's up to them, the pace of the game will be quick. Now, here is Miller. He's got 6. Right side, Ball. Count that one. Ball's got 11 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Magic leading by 18. Pass to Black. Back to Wagner. Bane for 3. Drops in the tray. Bane's got his second basket of the night.
This is why you got to stay up on Bane or pay the price.
Stolen by himself. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Sexton finds Bridges. And here is Ball. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
That's good from Ball. Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
Now, here's Wagner. 14 points from him the last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
And here is Ball, following the 3 from Franz Wagner. Miller surveying the floor. Knebel setting the pick for Miller. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, what you like about Miller is that he doesn't leave opportunities out there hanging. I mean, he's a solid all-around player.
Outside, Bane. Pass to Carter. It's tipped. Now Miller. Outside, Ball. Clock at 6. Back to Miller. No good on that one. Great D that time from Bane. Magic leading by 20. To the middle. Carter, the pass to Banchero. Up top, Bane. Covered by Miller.
And 1 step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Miller kicks the ball. Rebound by the Magic. Carter's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Wagner has it in the corner. Pass to Black. The 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Franz Wagner making highlights for the Magic. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Speaking with Jamal Mosley, Coach, I know you told your team before the game, let's be ourselves. Keep doing what we've been doing. So far, so good?
That was it. We've been here for a reason. Like, we've done it all year long by playing together, playing as a team, playing as a unit, defending at a high level. And these guys, that's what we need to do more of.
Thanks, Coach.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Orlando Magic.
We knew they wanted a track meet, and man, they got it. What a pace they've set.
Very hard to beat them at their own game. They wear you out, and we've still got a whole other half to go. And let's switch it up. Here's a look at some of the possible contenders for this year's dunk contest.
Well, these guys, they've been giving us a preview. Every night you see them do something special.
It's been like that all season long. Amazing showmanship from this entire group. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Franz Wagner in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. On the court for the Hornets, Ball is the point with Miller on the wing. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. Sinks the three-pointer.
Ball showing a lot of effervescence on the offensive end, and it's probably infectious for the rest of his squad.
Wagner with it. Outside, Bane. 6 to shoot. No good on the shot.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Ball against Bane. Outside, Ball. Jacks up a three. Banchero grabs the board. Banchero's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Here's Bane. And it's good for 2. Bane's got 9.
And Bane likes using his strength on those physical plays, proving just how tough he is.
Here's Ball. He's got 17. Pass to Bridges. Bane against Miller. Now Knipple from deep. Offensive rebound. Back to Miller. Shot clock at 6. It's tipped. And here is Bane. 9 points in the game so far. Over Miller. And Miller with the block.
Nice swat by Miller using that 7-foot wingspan.
There's the lob. The Bridges hammers the alley-oop through.
Perfect communication and timing on that alley-oop. Bridges saw the opening and then bounced right to the rim.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Wagner. 15 points in the game. Outside, Bane. Pass to Banchero. Back to Bane. And he slams it one-handed.
The ability to pass like that will be a must as Banchero's career goes on.
Hornets trail by 21. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And Bridges jams it in.
Ooh-wee. And that is why Bridges is considered a premier dunker.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Orlando, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And it's Miller penetrating. Rebound by the Magic. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Outside, Bane. Banchero, a screen for Bane. Drills the three-pointer. 14 points for him.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Pass to Knipple. Bridges outside. And Ball puts up a deep 3. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Outside, Bane. For 3. Bridges with the board.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
He's doing everything he can for his team. Perfect shooting so far. His teammates now need to step up.
Black in the post. He's covered by Ball. Carter outside. Pass to Wagner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Connects from three-point range.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Ball. He's got 17. They set the pick. Offline with his 3. Now Black. Banchero outside. The Magic need to get a shot off here. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for LaMelo Ball. He's averaging about 19 points per, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And really, he sets the table for this team with his playmaking.
Unselfish at times to a fault. He just makes everybody around him better.
That's good from Carter. That one is no good. Charlotte's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Knipple wide open, and he fires. No good on the 3. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Magic. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Pass to Banchero. Here's Black, covered by Miller. Black kicks to Bane. The 3. Bridges with the board. Bridges got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Knipple. Misses the 3. The Magic have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And talking to Knipple, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. Just tell him.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old soul, just very mature and disciplined.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Here now to see the numbers for Paolo Banchero.
Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. First free throw is good. Well, when you watch Franz Wagner, Clark, what impresses you about the young forward?
His versatility and his motor are probably the 2 things that stand out. He does a lot of good things at both ends of the floor. And then you factor in, he takes great pride in playing the game, particularly when playing for his country and representing Germany. In 2023, when Germany played at the World Championships, he and his brother Mo were part of the winning team.
Well, at 6'10", GA, Franz Wagner provides great versatility to this offense.
Yeah, and he's a solid decision maker, capable of running the show. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. Plus, he provides matchup problems with that size.
Now, here's Ball. 17 points in the game. Clock at 4. Pass to Bridges. Over Banchero. And the Hornets miss again. Orlando's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
It's all coming together here for Wagner, a playmaker who can score at every level.
They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Ball with it, working on Black. Charlotte moving it around. Clock at 6. Here's Ball. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Bane. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
He's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's great defense right there.
Miller with the ball. Defended now by Wagner. Charlotte no good that time either. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Bridges brings a toughness to his team's interior scoring because of his athleticism, physicality, and aggressiveness.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Magic.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And, you know, they've done a fantastic job scoring inside as a result, finding plenty of opportunities to cash in near the hoop.
Richardson, he's checked in for the Magic. We've got a moment now to go to a rookie watch and find out who among the NBA's freshman class have been the hottest shooters. Second is Knippel.
And his confidence is going to keep growing if he continues shooting like he has over the past month.
And what I like about him is he rarely pulls the trigger unless he has a quality look, an open look. And he's cagey and crafty in how he creates room for himself to get his shot off. Well, I love his offensive presence. A lot of poise he plays that end of the floor with.
And that one falls for Bridges.
In addition to being a talented scorer, Bridges also gets a good amount of board work done, too. He's a terrific all-around player.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
You know, one of the things that endeared Miles Bridges to his college coach was he was a superstar in talent, but played with a blue-collar mindset.
Pass to Bane. It's Carter, high post. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Carter's got 13.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
On the wing, Bridges. Outside, Ball. Here's the teardrop. He lays it in. 19 points for LaMelo Ball.
And LaMelo saw the defense and went right to the floater. That's a heads-up play.
Orlando, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Carter with a screen on Miller. Here's Bane. Takes it up with both hands and grips it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Miller after the Magic pick up 2. Outside Ball. 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Richardson. The Magic have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Here's Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Carter Jr. has the talent to take over games, showing you how dangerous he can be right now.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Miller outside. Back to Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Good work defensively by Carter. The Magic have gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Wagner able to get the shot to go through contact and the and one on tap. Great determination that time.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. That's good from Wagner. With floor spacing so in demand league-wide, Clark, there are non-shooting big men on the chopping block, wouldn't you say?
I agree. I mean, for centers, you've got to have the awareness as far as cutting and moving off the ball and then using what they call circle action in the paint to create an angle for the pass and stay out of the way. Those are things that are part of the game now for the big guys.
Pass to Kneppel. Now, here's Ball. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by the Magic. Bitaze's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wagner passes to Richardson. Wagner outside. Three-pointer. It's good from long range. Wagner's got 13 points now in the quarter.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Charlotte shooting 43% for the game. Miller outside. They set the screen. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. It's good. Diabate's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And you can put Miller on either side of that pick-and-roll action. He has a terrific IQ.
Orlando's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Ball against Richardson. Bataze the pass to Richardson. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Here's Ball. He's got 19. 1:30 left in the third quarter. Miller outside. 6 to shoot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Franz Wagner.
And you watch Miller, he keeps the defense on its heels. They don't know what he's going to do.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
The first free throw is good, so it's both teams making substitutions here. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Sion. He's defended by Wagner. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's De Silva. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
It goes on Canepo.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he knocks down the first one. The Magic making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for the Hornets. James comes in for Brandon Miller. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Charlotte shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. There's the lob to Bridges, and Charlotte turns it over again.
And they are in the top 10 in their ability to get on the glass. They have athletes willing to do the dirty work.
And their free throw shooting isn't talked about much, but just think, Greg, of how many points some teams let slip away at the free throw line. 50 seconds left to play in the third. Jones against Sexton. Richardson up top. He's got 12. De Silva can't cash in from close range.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Bridges dishes to Sexton. And Sexton slams it in.
And how about the leaping ability there on the slam? Love how Sexton just rises up with confidence inside.
And Orlando has possession. Al Richardson, he averages a bit over 6 points a game. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Bitadze is screen on James. Richardson the pass to Bitadze. Bucket is good. Bitadze's got 9.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And so it's Orlando with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Tyus Jones. Wagner is out there with Goga Bitadze. Then there's Richardson. And it's De Silva in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando. Now here's Richardson. Good on the three-point shot.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Ball with it. Richardson covering. Left side, Ball. Banked in off the glass. Ball's got 21.
Boy, I really like that aggressiveness from Ball, taking it right into the defense.
Jones against Sexton. Richardson outside. Atadze with it. Now here's Richardson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Richardson's got 5 points in the quarter. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Richardson against Ball. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
First one falls for him. And Clark, one idea that Commissioner Silver mentioned, shortening NBA games to 40 minutes as opposed to the current 48 minutes. What are your thoughts there?
You know, Kevin, I don't know if shortening the game would be an answer. I certainly would love to see the season shortened to take maybe 12 to 14 games off the regular season. I think would go a long way to enhancing the season-long quality of play. You know, you come up with a list of all of the creative players in the league, and, you know, you've got to have LaMelo Ball on that list somewhere near the top. You know, he gives you head-turning passes at least a couple of times a game.
Now, here's Richardson. Here's Wagner. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, Ball. Sexton finds James. The kick out to Ball. No good on the triple.
It pains me to say it, but he's hurting his team right now. Apparently, he still has the green light because he's jacking it up.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Here's De Silva. James covering. Here's Wagner. Kicks it out to Richardson. Over Sexton. Richardson, good. Richardson's got 9 points here in the second half.
The offense is flowing through him right now. He just keeps coming.
The Hornets shooting reasonably well, 45%. Richardson against Sexton. Pass to Bridges. Back to Sexton. Just 4 to shoot. To the inside. The kick out to Ball. A three-pointer off the mark. The Magic have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And here is Howard. Hey, Clark, we know resistance training is something pretty much every player does. Is that prevalent back in the 80s when you played?
That's 4 decades ago, Kevin, and it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. I mean, it's commonplace, and kids get exposed to the benefits of weight training and strength training for any sport, but particularly basketball, at a much earlier age now. So it's part of who they are once they get to the college level and then on to the NBA. But the core strengthening, the stability work of that area between your knees and your sternum, the middle of your chest, boy, that type of work has made a huge difference and would have made a great difference, I think, in my career had it been as prevalent as it is now.
The Magic have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Richardson outside. Wagner with a screen for Richardson. And finished off by Wagner.
Easy pickings for Wagner there, just to reach up and attack the rack like that. That's simple.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Pass to Bridges. Back to Ball. Just 5 on the clock. Over Howard. Ball no good.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And finished off by Wagner.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
So it's the Hornets now after the Magic pick up 2. Bridges outside. Back to James. And he's on the money with his first shot today. James has got his first points in this one.
Nice setup. Excellent team basketball.
Orlando, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Pass to Richardson. Batadze, a screen on Sexton. Here's De Silva. Defended by Bridges. Howard, the pass to Wagner. The rebound by James. Charlotte's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass the Ball. James sets the screen for Ball. From outside, off the mark.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
Richardson kicks to Howard. And it's Goga Bitadze with the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him. Jones checked in for Howard. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Sexton against Jones. Now here is Miller. Not a lot of room. And Sion gets it to go.
And not just the score. Miller can dish it as well, showing great vision on that play.
Jones looking for an opening. Wagner as screen on Miller. Back to Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Charlotte has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Back to Sexton. Miller outside. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's the screen. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
No good on the free throw. Bridges is checked in for the Hornets. LaMelo Ball comes in for Colin Sexton. And he sinks the second. Orlando's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Jones, no one around him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jones has got himself on the board with 3 there. Hornets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Miller outside. On the wing, Bridges. Clock at 6. There's a good screen. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
Magic have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. It's Richardson on the wing, covered by Miller, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And for the NBA, anytime there's a blip in the ratings, Clark, you've got those who will begin to criticize the state of the game. Do you find any credence there?
I think in many cases it's a bit of an overreach, an attempt to try to define something simply that's more complex, to have a simple answer for a complex situation. I do think the league is very much on the right track in continuing to listen to criticisms and then evaluate them on their merit.
And the first one drops. He doesn't get the second one. Pass to De Silva. Richardson outside. Now Batase. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. Here's Knipple. Left side, Ball. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You know, possessing outstanding height at his position, Ball excels at using that size and his body control to convert through contact.
And Clark, is someone who has been around the game their entire life, what advice would you give to younger players?
A couple of things, Kevin, I would highlight. One is embrace the work, embrace the process of development, run your own race in that regard. Stay away from the snare of compare, and dedicate yourself to being a continual learner and always striving to get better.
That's good from Ball.
You can just see the promise Ball has. It's oozing out of him. Already a triple-double threat, and he rebounds it so well at his position. Man, the future's really bright for this young man.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
Hornets ball.
Miller outside. Just 5 to shoot. A 3-ball. Another shot, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Isaac's checked in for Orlando. And he makes the first. Clark, one suggestion I've heard for All-Star Weekend, a one-on-one competition.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Anything that would perhaps enhance the competitiveness of All-Star Weekend, I think would be helpful.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Orlando's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Isaac down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Unfortunately, Clark, Jonathan Isaac has been plagued by injuries throughout his career.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he came in with a lot of excitement around his potential, and injuries have kind of derailed his growth. But he's still an exceptional defender, versatile, and a good rim protector. He can guard all 5 positions, and that's always valuable on any team.
That free throw, no good.
Well, this guy packs a nice skill set, Jonathan Isaac. A slender big man who has nice range and is a superb defender already.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Hornets have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th, and even 50%. Bridges. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Well, Clark, with the game becoming more global, some are saying the NBA should adopt some FIBA rules to more closely align the leagues. Any changes you'd welcome?
Well, you know, Kevin, with all the shooting that teams possess now, maybe the league can get away from the defensive 3-second rule. I mean, there's so much switching and interchanging of players. The offenses are usually so well spread out. I think you should just maybe abandon that particular rule. Throw those big guys a bone and let them park inside at their own peril.
And that one falls for Bridges. Both free throws good from Bridges. For Orlando, they've gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the 4th, sinking the majority of their shots. Jones against Ball. Wagner with a screen for Richardson. Pass to Wagner.
Tough play that time by Wagner against the defense, drawing the foul.
3rd team foul. At the line for Orlando, Wagner. 2 shots.
That's good from Wagner. And you know, everyone's aware, Clark, of the team rivalries in the NBA. But there are, I think, still plenty of personal ones, too.
Yeah, I would agree with you there, Kevin. I mean, you've got highly competitive, accomplished guys making up the rosters on NBA teams. And if a player wins the individual matchup in one game, you can be sure that opponent in the next game is going to look to make things a little different. Wagner gives you size, and he can stretch the floor as well. I mean, he's a very solid player who knows how to play the game.
Back to Ball. That one goes. Count it. Ball's got 11 points in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Richardson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Brandon Miller.
4th team foul. At the line for 2, Richardson.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second. Clark, you're so familiar with the college game. What's the biggest adjustment for guys coming into the pros?
I think the strength of the NBA players, Kevin, and the pace of play, and then also the number of games. I mean, that's just a lot more than what you see in college, and how you go about preparing for that type of schedule, that type of physical talent, that type of physical wear and tear is something that no college player is usually ready to handle until he goes through it.
Now here's Jones, following the miss by LaMelo Ball. Miller against Richardson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Richardson, 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Richardson drops them both. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
We've got 1:18 left in the fourth.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Orlando.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
They've got one more game left against them, and there's no doubt they'll use this as a jumping-off point to take another game off them later in the year. At least that's the plan.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Franz Wagner.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
He hits the second from the line. Charlotte has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Ball dishes to Miller. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Now here's Jones. Richardson outside. Wagner passes to Richardson. Magic moving the ball around. Fires from the wing. Jones, no luck. Miller outside. Down low. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Jonathan Isaac, Jack Howard.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside, Jones. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Franz Wagner.